Hello everybody and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. It's been a while since I played this title. I've been kicking it around a little bit the past few days. You can see I'm level 16, so I've actually been playing it quite a bit. Was thinking about getting a new one, so I decided to revisit this one for a little bit and kind of get a feel for it again, see if it's something that I want to do, because from what I understand, the new one is a lot better, according to the reviews that I've read. I'm not sure why it's a lot better, but just according to the reviews I've read, it's supposedly a lot better than this one. Not taking anything away from this one, but there was some improvements made according to just the random reviews that I read. But the reason I decided to record is I ran across this little gem in the junkyard. And this is probably about the worst shape that you can get a car in. I don't know, I think it might have a decent seat in it. But most of the motor's missing. It's just in horrible shape. But I can't do a whole lot with repairs now. I've only got a few level in repairs. So like the body parts and stuff I'll have to replace, and I don't have a paint booth yet, so I won't be able to paint it. But other than that, I'm going to try to do a full restore on this. Okay, the engine that came with it was a V8 2-carb overhead valve. That was okay, but then I looked over here and saw the swap options and decided to go with this 2-carb overhead valve supercharged, just because it seemed like the right thing to do. So we've got a start on that over here. As you can see, not much of a start. But we're going to start working on this bad boy. Alright, so first we need a V8 overhead valve engine block. Now let's refine that a little bit. Alright, V8 overhead valve engine block. Grab that, slap that on the stand here. Now we've got something to start with. Alright, so we're going to make use of our list here. This list is handy. If you play this game and you've never used it, once you get used to using it, you'll never stop using it, because it is nice. All I'm doing is making a list of all the parts that are ready to be mounted now. And then I can jump over to the shop, or to the store, start purchasing. I always like to start in the power boost shop to see what is available higher performance. So power steering pump V8. Let's see, power steering pump V8, 1.5% boost. We're gonna buy that one. Fuel filter, 0.6% boost. Every little bit counts. We're gonna buy that one. Camshaft. Alright, V8 overhead valve. So let's refine that a little bit. Okay, V8 overhead valve, 2.75%. And that was a single cam engine. So, okay, we only need one of those. And I know we don't have cranks here, so, well, let's fill ignition right. Oil B, buy that one. Alternator, we'll snag that. And I don't think we've got any oil filters. No, we don't. So, alright, let's go back to the regular parts shop and pick up that oil filter. That was a V8 overhead valve. V8 overhead valve. And crankshaft. Crankshaft is a V8 overhead valve. V8 overhead valve. Alright. I could probably go ahead and take a guess at a few of the other parts and get them right, but I don't want to waste any money by grabbing the wrong thing. It's easy to do. Slap our fuel filter in. Camshaft. Drop our crank in. Put our alternator on. Power steering pump. oil filter, ignition coil. All right, and I think we are done with everything we just purchased. So now we need to make us a new list. Delete our old list. Distributor. We got calls coming in, of course. And I've been ignoring them because I've been playing around with spending my money on rebuilding vehicles out of the barns and the junkyards. I need to get back to the jobs, but for now, this is what we're doing. All right, let's see. What was in our shopping list? Cam gear. Okay, I know I can't get that in the performance shop. So cam gear V8 overhead. That's an easy one to mix up. I usually grab this one instead of this one. We just got one cam, so that's all we need. Distributor, connecting rod, flywheel. Okay, those I do believe we have here. There we go. And I know for this distributor, I can go ahead and grab the rotor and the distributor cap. All right, we need the pistons. Pistons with connecting rod. Need 8 of those. And those add 1.13% boost over stock. And flywheel. 3.25% boost over stock. So by the time we get done, we won't be able to keep this thing stuck to the road. It's just fun to build them like this. I need to do a little more work on like trying out different tire and rim combos and stuff like that. See if I can get these things actually hooked. Because so far I've had no luck by the time I got done with these. It's like they would have so much power that it just would not grip. Or it would grip for takeoff, but I couldn't handle the car. Alright, clip B. We need a couple of those. Let me go ahead and grab them real quick so I don't forget them. Oh, wrong shot. Clip B. Park mount. Alright. I'll go ahead and mount our cam gear. Zoom out a little bit here. Slap our flywheel on. I should have went ahead and grabbed the clutch plate and everything too while I was there. Let me go ahead and do that. Clutch. Clutch does not have an eye in it. Okay, clutch plate. Pressure plate. And need a throwout bearing. Or release bearing, I'm sorry. And slap our clutch on. Not very realistic here. I would wait and put these on after the engine was back in the car, but if we can do it on the stand, we'll do it on the stand. There we go. Okay, now we are ready for some pistons. So, we don't have any piston rings. Let me grab the piston rings. I know we don't have those in the performance shop either. Alright, need 8 of these bad boys. Boom, boom, and boom. I'm gonna go kind of quick just for the sake of not dragging the video out. It's already gonna be a pretty long one anyway, by the time we get done with all the work we've got to do here. Alright, now we are ready for some heads and timing chain. So let's go back to our trusty notepad here. I like to get both of them just in case, which this is not the case, but just in case there's an A and a B. Because I made a hiccup and bought both two of the same side several times. All right. So first things first. Okay, it's not considered main bearing, so crankshaft bearing cap. There we go. I would call it mains, but that'll work too. Connecting rod. Nope. Let's see. Cap. Camshaft. Rod cap. There we go. Oop. Just need 8 of those. Alright, I know we were going to need those. Oh yeah, and what's on our list? Timing chain, engine head, and engine head. Okay, the timing chain, I don't think we've got that in the performance area. Nope. Alright. V8 overhead valve. Engine head, V8 overhead valve. I would like to double check that these are some pretty expensive parts. 800 bucks a piece. So 1,600 for the pair. Engine head, V8 overhead valve. That should be it. All right. Get this bad boy mounted. And done. Alright, so let's flip it over here and put our main caps on and our rod caps. That went a little bit out of order there. Which normally I would have put the crank bearing caps on first in a real life situation. Alright, now we need some more parts. We need an oil pan and exhaust manifold. So these are not A and B or left and right or anything, so I'll leave it at that. And we need the supercharger intake, the bottom part. Alright, let's see. We don't have any oil pans here. Exhaust manifold, we might have those. V8 overhead valve. Okay. V8 overhead valve. Okay, I know they're here. V8 overhead valve. There they are. I knew they had those. There's several different ones that I haven't been able to find. Just a couple of odd end parts for different vehicles that I've redone. But usually the V8 overhead valve, you find most of what you need on that one. V8 overhead valve. And we need a supercharger intake manifold for V8 overhead valve. Let me go over here and check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's overhead valve K. I don't think that one would work on this. I don't think. I'm not sure. I'm still learning a lot on what will interchange, but for the most part, it seems like if it's not an exact match, it won't work unless you're talking tires or rims or something like that. Really should flip this back over. real realistic in the way that I would do it in real life. But it works. Alright, let's roll this back over. Now that we got an oil pan on it. That is starting to shape up nicely. Alright, mount our lower intake. The plenum, I think as that would be called. Alright, so now we need another shopping list. Did we ever get a timing chain? Thought I got a timing chain. Oh, guess not. Okay. Oop. Let's throw that on the shopping list. Alright, we got everything there. And we need 16 of those. And we need 8 of these. Alright, shopping list. Alright, supercharger I know we don't have here. Timing chain we don't have here, I don't think. Nope. Okay. Push rods we don't have. Spark plugs we do have. They only add just a little bit, but we'll roll with it. 0.13%. Alright, and back up to here. So we need the supercharger. V8 overhead valve, there it is. We'll snag that. Timing chain. V8 overhead valve, yep. And push rods. Regular standard push rods. And 16 of those. Alright. Let's get rolling. Once again, I'm going to do this a little quick just for this. Alright guys, not sure what happened, but for whatever reason, my game decided to crash the desktop. So, here we go. We're going to get back started on these push rods. Zoom out a little here. And slip around over this way. All of our push rods are in. Now for our spark plugs. Then we can work on our rocker arms and plug wires. Alright, so and we need a bunch of those. Well, we need to put our supercharger on too. Spark mount. And our timing chain. Now we can do our cover. And our carburetors. Okay, I think I got everything else. So, first things first, let's go to the power shop. As we want those ignition wires from there. Ignition wires for a V8. 6 cylinders. Ignition wire V10, V10, V8, V8, V8. Ignition wire is V8. Alright. Actually adds 1% boost. I'll go with that. Don't think we have any rocker arms here. No. Timing. No. Nothing on the timing cover. Those are carbs. We'll get those here. Alright, carburetor 4-barrel. Carburetor 4-barrel. Carburetor 4-barrel. There we go, right there. Snag 2 of those because we need 2 to go on this gas drinking big boy. Definitely not something you would want And then today, with gas between $3 and $4 a gallon, but fun nonetheless. So, and slap this one off. I didn't get everything I was supposed to get. Just realizing that. All right, so let me go back and look. Carburetor we got, timing cover we didn't get, rocker arms we didn't get. Okay. So, timing cover for V8 overhead valve. Yep. And rocker arms. So we need 16 of these bad boys. Alrighty. Oh, there we go. Kind of pop through these kind of quick. Let's see here. Up here where we can see what we're doing. Alright, clear our list. This is a good example of engine head cover B, engine head cover A. I've made that mistake a couple of times of, oh, we got to put our timing cover on. Slap that on real quick. We're going to go ahead and get our water pump. Timing set. Already done. Need our crank pulley. Alright. And air filters. And I have to remember we need 2 of those. So, let's go to our boost shop. We don't have scoop air filters here. Okay. I thought we did. Alright. No, we don't have crankshaft pulleys here. No water pumps. Alright, well, we're batting 1,000. I know we don't have the engine head covers. Nope. Alright, so back to the regular parts. So engine head cover B and A for V8 overhead valve. Alright, B for V8 overhead valve. And A for V8 overhead valve. Alright, water pump. For a V8 overhead valve. Water pump, V8 overhead valve. Crank pulley. Once again for a V8 overhead valve. And the scoop air filters. 2. And I think this works with it, so. Yep, it does. Alright. Slap this on here. Ooh, ain't that pretty. Slap our other valve cover on. Well, they call it engine head cover. I always call them valve covers, but One's 2/3 the other. Come on, back up a little bit. Yeah, the zoom on this gets a little hectic sometimes. Alright, crankshaft pulley. Alright, now we're ready for some belts. And a water pump pulley. Alright. Anything else? Not yet. Alright. Supercharger water pump pulley. And serpentine. Alright. Serpentine belt B. 8 overhead valve. Serpentine belt. B8 overhead valve. I don't know if we're going to need any of these others or not, but they'll be open if we do, so. Probably will. Yep, we're going to. Oh, I snagged the wrong one. Serpentine belt B, V8 overhead valve. Okay. I did get the right one, I just needed this one that I didn't get. And that last one was okay, I see. Yeah, I snagged the wrong one. That's what happened. No biggie. We still needed it, so that worked out good. Alright, and we need serpentine belt A. So we needed 3 out of 5 of those, or 4, however many it was. And then the fan. I would definitely be using a electric fan with the engine like this, but that's just me. Radiator fan. V8 overhead valve. Just simply for the RPMs this thing's going to be turning and the drag on the engine, I would eliminate the fan and put an electric one on the radiator. Alright, I think that's everything on our engine. That is a pretty engine. Alright, so let's grade it up. Move our rust bucket over here to somewhere where we can work on it. And drop the engine in. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got to take that engine out. What's left of it. Almost forgot. We'll take care of that. Let's see what we got left under here. Scared to be up under this thing. Hey, the starter's already missing, so we don't have to worry about taking that off. Alright, and we need to leave all of that because it's already connected on there. All the manifold, everything's gone off of this anyway. So. Oh, gotta lower the car back now. Alright, engine's out of our car. While we got the engine out, let's go ahead and not that. Not that. That. That's what I was looking for. Alright, let's go ahead and get one of those. Go ahead and get another battery. And go ahead and get a new brake servo. First, before we do all that, I know with the brake, the battery, I don't think we can, but let me see if I can repair any of these parts. Probably not. Well, I'm not sure if that repaired or if it broke. We'll find out. Did we do any good? Okay, the gearbox is good. Radiator, nope. And the brake servo is good, so we need a radiator and a battery. And a drive shaft. Alright, and that was radiator C. But here's the thing. Gearbox V8 overhead valve. Gearbox V8 overhead valve. Here we have an upgraded one. We're going to go ahead and put the upgraded one in there. I think, I haven't done it yet, but I think you can tune the aftermarket. Alright, so, with that said, let's go ahead and drop our engine in there. Install. Oh yeah. Let's move this thing out of the way. Now that is all engine. We are never going to get this car to stay on the road. But that's just fine. That's what we do. Alright, brake servo is in. Did I get a battery? Yep, got a battery. And our radiator is in. Alright, so let's see. Got a drive shaft, got a gearbox. This engine. I'm gonna say no. I may see if I can tear this engine down and repair some of the parts in it. Maybe use it for something else. So with that said, let's raise this bad boy back up and continue on with the exhaust. Running the exhaust out. Oh well, okay, the exhaust comes out the side on this one. Nice. So let's go ahead and mount our gearbox while we're here. We want the upgraded one. And we need a starter. That's just a starter V8. Yep. Okay. Alright, I'm going to hold off on this because I want to replace that rear drive axle. So rear muffler D. Rear muffler D. Oh, not the body shop. Rear muffler D. Wait a minute. We have upgraded parts. Their rear muffler D. Muffler F. B. Rear mufflers. Friday. Alright. I don't know if any of these will fit, so we're going to go back to what we know will work and roll with that. I need to do some experimenting, see what'll fit and what won't, if anything. Alright, starter V8. Do we have an upgraded starter? I don't think so. No, I didn't think so. I probably said that 2 or 3 times over. I asked myself the same questions each time I do it. Alright. Hey, thermostat. I hadn't had to put one of those in yet. You would think you'd have those on all of them. But we don't. Maybe that's some of the stuff that they've fixed in the newer ones. Maybe there's more, available, more actual individual parts available. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of grasping at straws on that one. All right, so let's start pulling this off. Yeah, we got a mess under here. We'll repair what we can, replace what we can't repair, and go from there. Let me go ahead and snag this fuel tank while we're at it. Didn't have a fuel pump in it. Imagine that. So this is probably one of the worst shaped rebuilds I've done so far. But that's part of the fun of it. Seeing the results of changing all of this stuff out. What it looks like when it's all said and done. Just pull these. Oh, I'll take the U-bolt. U-bolt's loose first. That phone is ringing off the hook. Please spring and pull the axle. Alright folks, so we got everything tore loose from the back end. We got the motor built, got it dropped in, got the exhaust put on. So, I'm going to call this one here to keep from running so long. And in the next video, we'll complete the rebuild and carry it out to the test track and run it around a little bit, carry it out to the airport and run it around and see what it's made of. So, till next time, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.